Hello everyone, this is Luigi and welcome to part 18 of Let's Play Luigi's Mansion. Actually when I was initially recording these parts I forgot to have my microphone recorder turned on, but luckily I really didn't lose too much because I spent most of this part sticking around and having the booze basically destroy me. And first since I was sort of like just woke up, I banged around in this room for a while. Before too long it'll cut to me figuring out what to actually do. I do get a decent amount of money that I might or might not have cut out because while I'm going to and fro everywhere I'm hitting random things, and sometimes these random things are feeling generous and give me presents, but as you can see I really had no idea what to do. But I got a gold bar so it evened out. And to actually solve this puzzle, you quit putting out that stupid candle and you get the fire elemental that comes out of it, and then those boos appear. When that first happened, it freaked me out because I wasn't expecting 5 cackles to happen simultaneously, but oh well, and I burned them all because it's slightly easier. And I believe at this point, in my initial commentary, I remarked on how I was slightly happy about accidentally burning a rich ghost. It just seemed rather fitting. And then, yeah, this is what I thought that rich ghost was. They were the ones with the fire on their insides, and I sort of just forgot about how each ghost size only had one element associated with it for their elemental ones, and I just sort of feeling disoriented there. But that's nothing new. And I think that's about it for that room. Yep. So there's no big reward for that room, just the ability to get into here, which is actually home of the only ghost I know to be completely optional. And yeah, it plays some really spooky music here, or like intimidating for the fact it's a little girl. I never really picked up on that when I was a kid, even though I tended to be really scared of everything when I was a kid. But you just have to make her think she wet the bed by spraying her with water 3 times. Not the hardest thing. I'm not sure what I was doing here. I thought maybe I had to... I have no idea what I'm doing here. Alright, I wanted to get the boo first. I'm Bolivia, I hate you. And that's just the start of boos being overly difficult in this recording session, so if you're enjoying it going in and out of the hallway, you're in luck. Luckily I managed to snag that one before it went in and out too many more times. And then you got to something weird, and I forgot that I was actually passively saving there, because otherwise I would have just totally redone this instead of having really bad quote-unquote editing, which is really just me cutting out the parts that are totally unnecessary / boring. But yeah, now I'm ready to get Soupy. Really not a hard puzzle. She's puts up a pretty good fight though, and her trick to attack you while being sucked up is worse than most. It's sort of like Chauncey's, except okay, yeah, the capture device also froze a little bit there, but basically she tries to run away from you while being upside down, and then the toy dolls fly at you. Sort of a little scarier than most, or not even traditionally scary, but kind of. And you can suck them up, except I think they respawn anyway. I'm not really sure on that. But yeah, I don't do too good in this boss fight, what, Fortress Ghost. I think I might just be able to get a medium pearl out of her. I can't remember. Yeah, I got 1 medium pearl, which is better than all small pearls, admittedly. And I try to water this plant while it's upside down, and I can't, and if I recall correctly, I don't actually go back to watering it. Of course, I really don't need to be spending too much time on all that stuff right now, because yeah, I think at this point I remarked, oh wait, I forgot that any of the portrait ghosts were actually optional when I was a kid, so I got all these chests that like dwarf the amount that rich ghosts and most things give you by comparison, and I always had well over the required 100 million to get the AA rank, even though it's only one A, and I probably shouldn't have stretched A that long. Well, I do find the Boo, the lovely Boonita, and my capture device didn't seem to like this part all that much. This is probably the least trouble I have with a Boo in like the entire recording session here. And basically at this point I just walked up to the 3rd floor, and that happened. I went in here and started trying to get the boos that I missed. I also think the only notable thing that happened on the way up was I hit a potted plant or something in the hallway, and a gold bar fell out. So yeah, I just tried to go after him, and I found this one instead. Man, the capture device really didn't like this all that much. Oh man, that was back when I was being all conservative with editing. Towards the end I just skipped going in and out of rooms because I was getting tired and didn't want to have to post commentary all that much. Oh well, really not that bad. It seems to go by quickly, but it's not as much fun as Let's Playing, and I think in general people don't enjoy listening to it as much. Anyway, this room is pretty fun times, I guess. Armory. That's a pretty neat puzzle. See, I vacuumed that and got the heart. And I thought it was all safe, but yeah, when you hit the statues with the maces, they drop down on you, and also tend to trigger ghosts. I think you have to hit them from the, you have to hit them from the back or side not to get damaged, and of course I never do that at any point in the attempt. And man, the capture device just really isn't happy here. And I look for the Boo in there, and somehow it completely spontaneously disappears with no trace of the Boo radar or anything. So I contemplate going back, but yeah, I'd rather just finish this room. And at this point I was getting into ghost nomenclature. Those are actually called green garbage can ghosts. I've been calling them trash can ghosts, which is, no, they're just called garbage can ghosts. They don't have green in the modifier. Green is just what color they happen to be. But yeah, they're called trash can ghosts, or garbage can ghosts. I'd been calling them trash can ghosts because I normally don't call trash garbage, but pretty close there. I forgot what that's called. I think it's like a pink puncher or something, but all the ghosts actually have sort of interesting names instead of boring names. And I'm beginning to think the quote-unquote lag is really just Movie Maker, which I'm watching this in, being bad at telling me, oh, yeah, that appears it might just be the case, because it could just be Movie Maker lagging on actually showing the clips, and now my commentary is going to be longer than the actual video, but maybe not. I'm going to stick with optimism here because it's a lot easier to cut out a little bit of commentary than a lot bit of re-reporting it or something. Anyway,